This is a Grande Pacific production.
Bark, bark, bark. That's all she does.
Okay, so today we're here at the L&N Railroad, Mr. Mike Walsdorf. It is September the 17th, 2014. This is the L&N Railroad from New Orleans, Louisiana, up into the Division Point in Alabama. We're kind of going to give you a broad picture here. The railroad's going to go into operations here shortly, before the end of the year. It's come a long way just from the last time I was here, but we'll give you a view. To start with, Mike's a collector. He tries to make things, or at least parrots where it is. Right there in the picture, and I'll get as close as I can, you see the sign on the actual building. Oh, so I wonder where this sign came from. Have no idea. Would never venture a guess. In the rear back here is 2 staging yards. Mike was originally talking about taking cars on and off the railroad and putting them in the storage bins. I've explained to him he doesn't need to do that with the new JMRI system. He has more than enough yard space, and this would be the west end or the south end of the railroad in New Orleans. I'm not going to get into the specific places because I don't know how he's got it laid out, but could be classified as the Gentilly yard. And you'll come up through here. This is the passenger terminal, which in his case is 1954, so that would be at the foot of Canal Street in New Orleans. And then you will come on out into the throat of the layout through some of the warehousing and so forth. Well, railroad has a lot of clutter on it right now that, which believe me is greatly improved from the last visit I had here. And they're moving forward to start getting this thing to where trains can be run. So this would be coming out of New Orleans, and you're going to be headed back northeast. This is now the CSX line. Above us, because this is a triple level layout, you climb all the way up to the end, which is in Alabama, and I don't see a name over here. So anyway, but as you go around in the various levels, you get to the various parts that the railroad passes through, and each part of this is done basically to what was in that place in 1954. The railroad travels over Mike's workbench back there, and there won't be anything as far as operations in that area at this time. Maybe in the future he might cook up something, but it comes around the room. And you hit places called Chef Mentor, and Pearl River, and the line continues on Claiborne. If you continue on around and you get to another level, then you come to other locations as you go around. And we have, and this is over in Mississippi.
That's Alabama.
Throw it in the trash can. The C&O fleet over up here Anybody got some shells for the L&N? Mike was a very large part for a long, long time of Mr. Schultz's C&O Railroad, which is a couple of miles from here. And that railroad, of course, very soon after the making of this video, is going to be torn down. So we have past Christian. Thank you. And believe me, this is a spot that I'm very familiar with. Spent a large part of my childhood growing up in that place. And I'm not going to try to cover the railroad each loop for loop, but I think you can get the general understanding of this. A lot of scenery work going on right at the moment. I'm going to try to move them into get the thing cleaned off and get it operating, and then we can work on the scenery. This is the homemade static grass job device. And you come into the inside part of the railroad. Lakeshore and Claremont Harbor. Got a casino there now.
I can't believe they didn't cut out my screw rods.
Pictures of the past to give them an idea what it really looked like. So, the owner's on the floor, working hard, or hardly working, one of the
Put
two.
the brains back in.
Oh yes, we did have to get the command station fixed.
I have a brain now.
So, all you people play with DCC and want to hook it up to the computer, i.e. over here, and do all that cute stuff, and have problems, you just never know what it is. So after a trip back to the manufacturer, it was determined that a microprocessor, small microprocessor on the board, had a shorted terminal. And that was the whole issue. The manufacturer, NCE, fixed it, sent it at no cost. The only thing we had to pay was the shipping there and back. So thank you for repairing the unit. I will tell you, that unit was built, I think, in the last century. Yeah, I think that's what Matt determined. That's one of the original ones. So anyway, this is the railroad in its glory. And it'll get a little workout here soon. And we will plan on having this all into operation for Railrun Louisiana in late February 2015. There's the lights. They said there would be light. Look.
You can turn the light on in the back.
Okay.
Pull the string.